Hi friends, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel called Extort Vallarta. My name is Oscar, your local guide here in this beautiful bay. How are you today? We begin the week with two big news here in Puerto Vallarta. For one side is what's going on in February, a lot of activities, and I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna affect the occupation in the hotels and how it's gonna be difficult for you to find room here in Puerto Vallarta this February. And for another thing is that it's a couple of tourists they've been extorted for some policemen here in Puerto Vallarta, and guess why? Because they were smoking on a public area. Yes, this is the first case with the tobacco ban here in Puerto Vallarta. Okay, but don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, activate all notifications, get the latest news here in Puerto Vallarta and Nuevo Nayarit. Remember, follow me on my social network. There is more information on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more, okay? So follow me. And if you want to hear the full news of this video, please become a sponsor. It's just click to the join button next to the subscribe button, okay? And you will support me, okay? Well, let's continue with the news. First, February, a lot of activities. The people in charge of the tourism here in Puerto Vallarta, it's saying the Puerto Vallarta is going to be very crowded this month, and they think that there's a lot of chances to have a full capacity of hotels, or at least 90% here in Puerto Vallarta. So this is going to be more difficult to find some rooms. For some hotels, they are done with this February. They don't have more rooms. They don't have more capacity. Why? Because there is a lot of activities. For one side, there is a medical congress or events here in Puerto Vallarta, two big medical congress here in Puerto Vallarta. So some hotels are full and they don't have more capacity this or the whole month of February. So and there is gonna be two sports activities big here in Puerto Vallarta. One is a bike competition here in Puerto Vallarta on February, and another one is gonna be some running, kind of a marathon, something like that. It's gonna be very important this month here in Puerto Vallarta. So this is gonna bring more people, and there is another massive event on the gay community. And remember, the gay community is more on the side of the Zona Romantica, so it's gonna be crowded too. This February is with a lot of activities, and we're gonna have this charro competition this February too. So it's gonna bring more and more national tourism and international tourism here in Puerto Vallarta. Obviously, it's a great month for stay here in Puerto Vallarta, February, with all these activities, but also it's the occupation here in Puerto Vallarta. The total of rooms available is gonna be very minimum. So plan for ahead this February, because if you are thinking, I'm going right away to Puerto Vallarta in February, maybe you can have some places for stay, or some resorts are not going to be available this month, okay? Obviously, it's VRBO or Airbnb if you want to check some not rooms but houses or condos or apartments for rent, but could be very pricey right now in Puerto Vallarta. This is the high season, so it's normally to be pricey, okay? So this is the news for my subscribers. If you want the full news, please become a sponsor, okay? See you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you. This is the whole news for my sponsor. Thank you very much for supporting me. What is going on here in Puerto Vallarta? This is a very, very big news. This is with tobacco ban. So remember that I give you the news about the tobacco ban and how it's gonna affect you, and what is being allowed and what is not, and what is happening here in Puerto Vallarta. Well, we have now the first case the last Saturday. Canadian, I think it was Canadian couple. They were smoking on the public area, I think on the street, on the North Hotel Zone area. So they decide to smoke over there, and guess what? A couple of policemen just approached to the couple, and they said, this is not allowed to smoke on the public areas, so you are arrested. And they say, no, why? Because we don't know that about that law. No, yes. And they told all the information where is this law begin to stay or update from January, the 5th of January and more. And this is like you are being arrested. If you don't want to be arrested, you need to give me 500 pesos, or then they change the amount of money. They said 500 US dollars, and they say you give me the money. And clearly this was an extortion, because this is not work like that. It seems like first is like the policemen just need to give you a warning. You can't smoke here, and they don't need to ask you for money. If they can arrest you, they're gonna take you on I don't know, on the jail, and over there they're gonna ask you the fine. But this is out of the protocol, so clearly was an extortion. And the corporation of the police here in Puerto Vallarta is checking that case. So this is the first case with the tobacco ban, but it's not what is worrying me, and why I give you this news for you and a warning is because we don't have now the mix with the policemen and the Navy and the Army anymore patrolling in Puerto Vallarta. The Navy and the Army are gone, and it's only the policemen. I mean, Policía del Ayuntamiento only. And we know that these guys are very corrupt, and they're going to start to extort to anybody, anyway, like everybody. So this is going to be a problem, because this is an affecting our tourism and our image here in Puerto Vallarta, that we have a very, very safe city. For one hand, we have the crime, and for another hand, we have the good guys extort to the tourists, because now it's like, what is the image that we send into the tourism, to the world? Like, you came here and you become a target. So this is not a good idea here in Puerto Vallarta. So we expect, or we are waiting that the authorities take some very seriously about what's going on the last Saturday here in Puerto Vallarta, and how it's gonna affect us. This news is not gonna you're not gonna find this news in the local news here in Puerto Vallarta. So this is the news for you. Be aware of that when you came here in Puerto Vallarta. You smoker, don't smoke in the public area. Remember, it's there is a tobacco ban, very restricted, but these police that we have now could be extort you. So be aware of that. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you very much for support me. This was the full news for you as a sponsor. Bye bye.